Every time I try to look, if anybody on there, they get tired of waiting on me. Every time I try to load Mike on here, it kicks me off of Facebook. So I got to figure that out. I don't. Last week, Steve worked fine. We'll go ahead and get started here, and if he can, if he gets the thing, we'll get him on. If not, we'll wing it tonight. We got Rusty won the crankbait tonight for the bait. Let me try one more time, guys. If I go off, I'll come back on. There. Copy. Make sure it's spelled right. Oh, that's what I'm doing wrong. Bear with me, guys. Okay, Mike. Let me text him and tell him I resent it. I was sending it wrong. I sent it to uh, Hotmail instead of Gmail. Yeah, John, it is like watching Amish Christmas lights. Hey, Dean. Hey, John Campbell. John Campbell was on the water today fishing. We'll see if Mike gets it now since I've sent it to the right one. I think finally got it to the right one. Um, guys, I sorry about this. This is just a learning experience, and I knew, that's why I wanted to do it in the wintertime. A lot of you are just sitting around the fire anyhow and checking this out. Okay, it says now I got to find him. There he is. Okay. Wow. What a mess.
Gotta love this technology.
You got that right. Well, you know what I was doing, don't you? Your email would pop up Hotmail instead of Gmail, and I realized I sent it to your Hotmail instead of Gmail.
That's okay.
So, okay, guys, here we are. We got the one and only Hook and Donkeys, Mike Swearinger. Give us a little background on what you got going on, Mike.
We got a variety of baits going on here. Roughly 33, 34 options for guys. Truly, probably back in 2018, 2019, me and my fishing partner, George Carr, I'm sure a lot of the guys out there know him. Kind of how we started, how I started out in this was truly, certain baits, certain times of the year, either we couldn't get them or it would just, needed a tweak. So that's kind of how I got my start in making baits. Then it kind of grew from there, so to speak. But right now, this time of year, I've got some baits to show you all. I mean, here's a new one I got right here. It's a 3.5-inch Menace. And I have the 4-inch too. So, and a nice 2.75-inch. There's the screen. So
that's a new one. I don't know if I've seen that one.
Yeah. Probably a lot of your customers, I don't know if you've seen this or not. It's a 3-inch little hog, brush hog. Now this one's floating, so if you want to put it on a Ned rig or anything like that. Obviously we got the chunks for a jig chunk. It's 2.5-inch. And another good one right now is cold water. Spring's coming up. The Sonar Chat. Good chatterbait trailer, or even a spinnerbait for that matter. This one I have up here is a 4.4-inch. Some guys you can use it for a hover rig if they're doing the forward facing. I don't know. I don't use it. Then I'm not going to even open up that can of worms on that with the forward facing stuff. And I have the 3.4. I got this late in show season last year and really never put it out much there's a couple customers that they got their hands on it. Haven't had any complaints. Guys seem to like it. Another one for these cold waters in this upcoming spring, 6-inch swim bait. These are hand poured, obviously. As you can see, the kill spot is not perfect, but most fish in the wild or bait in the wild is not perfect either. But yeah, 6-inch. A lot of musky guys, like this, and I have a few customers in Southeast Ohio that like it as well. Let's see what else we got here. It's called a Drax, but basically it's a Pit Boss. It's a 4-inch Drax. Personally, right here, I'll pinch it off and use it as a jig trailer. Works great on a compact jig like a Bitsy or a Blue Rock 1099. These things work great. Goes with the action here. Coming through the water, it's primo. Let's see. Another good thing this time of year is a tube. These things, tubes has made a big comeback here in the last several years. This is my tube crawl. As you can see, it's a laminate. A lot of my customers are loving it. I do hand dipped as well. These are soft, so if you ever buy any, truly these are going to be one or two bites, depends on how you rig it up. A lot of guys like to do Texas rig. A lot of guys will buy the Blue Rock stupid head, and rig it up that way, weedless. I do both. The good thing about the stupid head is it's a consistent hook set. On when you set the hook on with the stupid head from Blue Rock, you're going to get a consistent hook set in a good tough part of the jaw or up on top. Highly recommend it, guys. But there's and Jesse French has done some videos out there showing how to rig up a weedless stupid head, and I highly recommend guys go over and check it out if you've not done it before. Let's see. Oh, I don't have it with me. I'm completely out right now. I have a tube, 3.5-inch tube. I call it a fat head. What we found is when we was up north this past fall fishing, use a little bit lighter. We would peg it, obviously rig it up weedless, and it would, with that fat head, it would almost just glide through the rocks, and it made a difference on the bite. So there's some things that I have right there. I also have some worms. I got a 10-inch worm mold. I do have I have a couple customers that I'll do a 15-inch worm. This thing's a 1/2 inch around. And I know we're in Southeast Ohio, but I have a couple customers that are actually using these things here in the summertime, and they're having great results. Personally, I don't have confidence in it, but the 9.5, 10-inch one I have, right there. And I also have a 7-inch worm. I don't have any of those with me. So a lot of different colors that guys want, that customers will ask me for special orders. And so that's pretty much it at this point.
Yeah, I'm giving away, and I didn't say it because we had all the stuff going on tonight. I'm giving away the 2.75 net that you make, and it's it's the candy shad tonight. That's what'll be the one tonight I'll be giving away.
Yeah, it's a good color. It's almost like they call it the deal. Some people call it the deal, but I put a little extra spice in it with some different type of fleck. It's a good laminate.
Yeah, it gives a lot of sparkle to it. It's bling.
Yeah. Right.
You want to go ahead?
No, go ahead.
I just going to see if you wanted to touch on the shows you're going to be at this year.
Yeah, show season will start out with your show you guys are doing here in Athens. I think that's, would you say, the 19th?
18th.
18th. Then at the end of January, I think it's the 25th and 26th. I'll be at the Great Lakes Show up in Youngstown. It's an awesome show. I recommend guys go up there. They have just a large variety of different, baits, baits and styles of baits, and also for different species. I mean, smallmouth guys, a lot of good baits up there for that. I mean, it's just a good all-around solid show. Garrett and Jesse French put on a good show. It's packed with a large variety. So anybody in Ohio, I recommend that. Depending on where you're at, it may be a little bit of a drive, but I think it's worth your time. I think the parking's free up there, so that's one of the good things. And then the next show is I'll go out to Indianapolis for a couple of days. That's the following weekend. I think it's February 1st and 2nd. It's another good show. It's probably one of their larger shows in Indiana. I haven't been to Lawrenceburg. I think that's the other one I don't know if that's before the Indianapolis or after, but the one in Indianapolis is the one to go to. I will not be in Columbus. So if guys in the northern part of Ohio want to see me or see some of the stuff we do, definitely got to get up to the Great Lakes show up in Youngstown. Then after that, I'll do some local stuff around this part, southeast side of the state. I think Rio Grande, Tom Sutton at Rio Grande, he's the coach for the Rio Grande team. He puts on a good little show there. It's just up from Gallipolis. It's really easy drive. Then I think George Carr is going to do one. I think his is going to be the last one in Corning. He hasn't scheduled a date yet, and I don't think Tom has scheduled a date yet. But from what I've been told, they will have their 2 normal shows. And I don't know about Oak Hill. It'll all depend on scheduling with them. But, I've been to their show before, and they put on a good show as well.
Yeah, them are good local shows to go to, and you don't know what you're going to find when you go to them because there's all different kind of people that show up to them. So
right, I mean, and that's the great thing about those local little swap meets. Guys that come in there, they're not driving, a long ways, and depends on what the weather is. You never know what you're going to find. It's kind of like going to a yard, going down a state highway, and for 10 miles, there's nothing but yard sales. You just never know what you're going to find at your next stop or at the next booth at these little swap meets. Sometimes that's where we get those old crankbaits that we, are looking for, or those special collars. So, yeah, I mean, they have their place. The swap meets do. The bigger shows like at Lake Erie or Indy, they have those things as well. But be honest with you, a lot of guys that that want to get rid of their unload their stuff that they never use. They don't set up booths there, so it's kind of hard to get those really unique items. But your items that are mass produced, those are where you're going to get your best deals at. Is the bigger shows, at least in my opinion. I don't, other people may feel differently.
yeah, that I travel. I go to our show, and I try to go to Oak Hill, and I try to go to Rio Grande, and and the reason I go to them is to get rid of stuff. And I'm going to have a clean out this winter in my place here as far as fishing stuff, and I'm going to have quite a bit of stuff at the shows. But it's like you said, it's a big yard sale in the winter.
Yeah,
indoors.
And it's great. I mean, you sometimes you get great deals there. Sometimes you're going to pay the premium price. It just depends on what the item is. But yeah, I mean, you show up. I mean, what's the worst you're out? I mean, there's no cost. There's no entry fee or anything to get into these little swap meets. I mean, especially with the weather's bad. But again, you're not going to find those mass-produced items. Like most of my stuff up there, I'll have show deals. So show up and get the deal. I mean, you're going to find better deals at the larger shows. Guys are going to have stuff marked to move actually. So, got to show up. Even if it's a drive, I don't think you'll be disappointed.
Anything else that you want to touch on?
Yeah, I mean, I have so many different baits. I could sit here for hours. I know you like to keep your show kind of short and to the point. I can come back at a later time and show other baits, but let me just tell people I don't have open shop hours. It's appointment only if you come to the shop. And I can, they can message you for my cell phone number, or go to Hook and Donkey's Facebook page and message me through there, and I'll get back with you. But I will do custom orders. I had a customer here today picking up a custom order. Um, he was stocking up on a specific color and a specific bait, and I made it a certain way. Floating additive. I mean, all those little tweaks that this customer wants, and you know, um, and those and, and what that customer's using, I don't divulge that with anybody. So it's kind of like you've talked about your stuff on your show that you've got. I've done for you, and if you want to tell them, that's up to you, Tony. But you know how the fishing world is.
Oh yeah,
But no, I
you
mean,
got to keep some secrets.
yeah, you got to keep something in your pocket. But um, bottom line's this: I mean, if you want something done, now I will tell guys this. I mean, depending on what it is, you know, if you just want a pack of bait, like it's like this chunk right here. If you want this in a laminate, like I'm going to tell you right now, if you just want one pack, it's I charge like $3 for a pack, and you want a laminate, I'm going to tell you no. And the reason is I'm wasting more material to make a $3 pack of baits for you, a 6-pack. It's just really I'm losing money, and and my prices aren't high in my opinion. I think they're reasonably priced for guys out there. I'm a tournament fisherman just like you and a lot of your audience. And the way inflation is, things have went up, and I try to keep things pretty reasonable actually. So on special orders, I may ask you, it's going to you just can't buy one pack. You're going to have to buy a bunch, like $25-$30 worth, just so I don't get stuck with a bunch of material that I either have to use up in something else, or it sits on the shelf till you come back maybe in 3 months and I have to pull it out again. Then so hopefully you guys understand where I'm coming from with that. So
And the thing is too, is if they want to keep it a secret, I mean, you can't make a big bulk of it and then sell it on the side. So they got to make it worth your while to do it.
right. Well, in secrets aside, truly, it's a matter of just pure respect. I mean, guy comes in, he's figured something out, and he's going to stay on it. You got to just keep your mouth shut. Because I wouldn't want somebody to do it to me. But if that customer wants to tell everybody what they're using, like a couple baits I made for you on some of these lakes and whatnot, that's on you, man. But got to keep it, keep it level.
Yeah. Well, one thing too, I'm going to give out, some of the baits that I have you make for me, so other people will buy them. But there's also different things that you're doing too. I'm not telling all the secrets that I'm doing with the bait.
Right.
So,
right. Yeah. And, yeah. And I'll give a little bit out. Like here's a big secret. I like my rattles. There's different ways to use rattles in these plastics. And some guys truly don't like them. They think it's just, it's all hype. Maybe it's a confidence issue. It is for me. I love them. If I can figure out a way to implant a rattle or do something with, I want that rattle, but a lot of guys don't. So like I said, it's just those little tweaks. But to me, rattles, colors, softness, and things of that nature of the plastic goes a long way. And a lot of it's confidence. But I think we've all been in the boats, been in a boat before with a partner that's just, they're catching all the fish, and you think you're doing everything exactly what they're doing because they're just smashing them in front of you or behind you. And honestly, it's something that you may not be thinking about. It may be a rattle. It may be line diameter. It could just be the hook size. It could be just a number of different things. It's just a confidence issue. And Um, just those little tweaks. It matters. At least for my confidence, it does.
Oh, I believe 100%. Yeah, 100%. You're right. I I've experienced it before, and I even handed with me and Josh. I handed him a rod set up exactly like I was using, and he still, I mean, same line, same everything, and he still couldn't catch him like I was. But I was really dragging mine, and he was, swimming his. So that that makes a difference.
Yeah. It, it I'm not a pro. I don't. In fact, next year I'm probably not going to fish, near as much as I did this year. I just don't know. But I am not a pro. I don't. I fish the local clubs here and there, and to be honest with you, between my shoulder and my elbow, it's just it's pretty painful just going out and fishing 3 or 4 hour fun fishing. So, um, not getting any younger.
Well, I've come to the conclusion the only pro that good at, and that's spending money at fishing.
It's all matters, man. As long as we're all happy, you can't take it with you. I mean, you try to be comfortable in life, but in the end, you just got to have fun, move forward, and just be happy. Um, I guess what the new saying is, making memories.
Exactly.
So
and the passion, and
yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And as you know, and everybody around me knows I'm made up with the passion. I love to be on the water. It's killing me right now that I ain't been out fishing in 2 weeks.
Yeah, last time I was out with Brian Rose. We went fishing. We had a good time, but he could test. By the time I think we fished at like 11 or so, I was done. I was in pain. Just getting old sucks. It's not for everybody, I guess.
Well, I don't want to get out and fish right now because I don't want to put more hours on my boat. With me trying to sell it, I don't want to run more hours up
Yeah,
on it.
yeah.
So,
But no, if
we'll have
anybody,
to.
well, like I said, if you want a special order, right now, um, get on the Facebook page, Hook and Donkeys, and shoot me a message. I don't, depending on what the settings are on my phone at the time, is whether I get back to you like within minutes or a day, but I will get back to you, and we'll go from there.
And if anybody has trouble, they can get a hold of me, and I can get you in contact with you.
Yeah, I
Me and
mean,
Mike talk about every day.
yeah, it's really not, I'm not hard to find. I don't have a website. I'm not doing a website. A lot of guys are turned off with that, but it's just a small custom shop. And that's it. I mean, I have zero plans of doing anything other than what I'm doing now, just trying to help out the local anglers. And it's like the Rio Grande, guys, donating stuff to them to help them out with. I think they had an open here not too long ago. It's all about giving, and hopefully making guys happy and maybe helping catch more fish.
Okay, well, hey, I appreciate you coming on, and we'll do it again uh, sometime, and you can hit up on some of your other baits, or maybe after one of the shows or something, or right before one of the shows. We'll touch
Yeah,
base
right
and
now
see.
I'm in show mode. I'm
Yeah.
putting building up inventory. I got boxes and boxes of laying all over the floor and on the tables of baits I need to package up for these shows. But I'm in show mode right now.
Yeah, I knew you've been about every day. You're in the shop pouring, so
Yeah.
you're staying right at it.
Yep.
Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and do. I'll go ahead and put you in backstage, Mike, and I'll go ahead and do the trivia question. And again, I appreciate you coming on. You got anything else?
Nope. Thanks for having me. And everyone out there, have a good Thanksgiving. Be thankful. Um, and stay safe.
Okay, well, figuring that out. But when you said, "Did you spell it right?" and I got to look, and I was like, "I'm sending it to the wrong account." But we
That's
got
all
it
right.
figured out. Yeah, we
Yep.
got it figured out.
Absolutely.
I I need to put this Grubb Cast redneck style.
All right.
Okay. Well,
We'll
I
see you.
appreciate it, and we'll see you down the road.
All right, man. We'll see you.
Okay. Okay, guys. There you was. There it was with uh, Hook and Donkeys. Mike Swearinger. Guys, he makes some great baits. And a lot of you guys on here has won them, and keep coming back and buying more or trying to win more. Tonight, like I said earlier, while he was on there, we're doing the 2 point, I think it's the 2.75 Ned, and it's the Candy Shad. And we got a lot of different people on here tonight. Jackson Wolf, Andrew Jeffers, Jason Nelson, Dean, you got back on, Brian Rose, all you guys, I really appreciate you getting on here watching it. And let's go ahead. Well, before we do the trivia question, um, let me hit on a couple of things. We are having our swap meet January 18th at Market on State. Get a hold of me, message me. We're doing 10 by 10 booths at $20. 10 by 20 booths are $30, and tables are $5 if you want to if you need a table for your area. We're going to tape off the areas. We're going to move it out into the hallway and let it grow a little bigger. And so we got that going on the 27th, the 18th of July. Athens County Bassmasters, we're doing a $500 gift card. Anybody interested? They're $10 a chance, 6 for 50. We will be drawing out at our banquet on December 8th. So if you want a chance on a $500 gift card for the Christmas time, get with me. Still got a few of those left. Uh, also, this is a little ways out, but start getting it out there. April 27th is the Big Bass Bash for the Run and Gun up to Burr Oak. That's a fun tournament, guys. There's still some spots open in it. So if you want to get in the Big Bass Bash, it's April 27th. Get a hold of me or message Mike Swearinger or George Carr or Bill Walters. Uh, and you know, I can't get you in it, but I can get you to the right people if you want to get in it. Okay. And one last thing. I said it last week, and I'm gonna keep announcing it. And I should, when we get a nice sunny day, I'm gonna pull it out and get some pictures and get it posted on Facebook. My boat is for sale. I'm letting all 5 graphs go on it, and the 360 live scope will go with it. All everything that's on it except the DD26 live foot that moves my live scope around. I'm going to keep it for my next boat. So if you know anybody looking for a boat, have them message me, get a hold of me, and once I put it on Facebook, I'd appreciate if you guys would share it out there and get it out, so I can get it sold. I've got my eye on another boat, uh, and I need to get mine sold so I can buy the other boat. So if you're interested in a boat, I'm selling it for, I think, a very fair price. So reach out to me, get a hold of me, and we'll do that. Okay, let's get down to the trivia question. Okay, the trivia question is, what year and what town and state was Express Boats founded in? Where did they start building express boats at? What year and what town and state did they start building express boats? What year and what town and state did they start building express boats? People's typing into Google, I guarantee it. Jason Nelson, reach out to me with, and I'll get with you on youth tournaments. I don't know if you're talking about the Federation or if you're talking about other youth tournaments. No, Dean, not 2017 Hot Springs, Arkansas. Nope, that's not when they was Athens, Ohio. Nope, not Athens, Ohio, Mike. Jason Nelson, he wins it. 1966, Friendship, Arkansas. When they first built the first aluminum boat, or well, it was express aluminum boats. Uh, let's see here. It says it all begins with a family. Family owned and operated Express Boats has been building quality aluminum boats in Arkansas since 1966. Starting out in a little schoolhouse in Friendship, Arkansas. Express Boats built the first all-welded aluminum boat. So, Jason, send me your information, and I'll send it. I'll send you the baits. Hey, Trish, that's another thing, guys. Trish is on here, and she has been doing a tip board raffle for fish sticks rods. That she is now having custom fish stick rods made for Fish Her, and she's done 2 raffles right now, and she says they're getting ready to work on the 3rd rod. As soon as that comes out, I will share it, and I'll buy my chances. She done 2, and I think 2 days. That last one she sold out in less than 24 hours. She said so. That shows you that people are wanting the rods. So okay, Jason. I'll write that down, and I'll get them in the mail to you tomorrow. Hey, Tracy, there's the girl from Maryland. You already got Trish. You already posted the 3rd one now. She said it's already posted, so they might be already doing the 3rd rod raffle already, and they're only $5 a chance. So she does 100 board, 100 names, and it's just like the tip boards that they run. All of them. Yes, she said yes, sir. So the 3rd rod's already out there. So when I get off here tonight, I'm gonna have to get on there and get me some numbers. But I'm really glad that she was able to get in with Dale and get the rods. She said they already sold over 20. So they just posted it tonight, and they've sold 20 already. So if you're wanting a chance on a custom Fish Her rod from Fish Sticks, get on Trish Payne McGraw's page or Fish Her page and buy your chances. They'll sell out really quick. I might have to get off from here and get up there and get me one, get me some numbers on it, because you can't go wrong with a fish stick rods. I'm telling you that right now. I just had 2 orders I sent in the other day for a couple friends of mine. And guys, of course, it's getting close to the cutoff for Christmas, but man, they make a wonderful Christmas present to to the fishermen. They make a wonderful Christmas present. So, well, guys, I think that's it. I think I got everything. George Carr is still running Sunday tournaments. Get a hold of him on Facebook, or if you got his number, they they run. I think they're fishing the Muskingum River on Sundays, and I think Chris Dyer and them are still fishing Gallipolis. Now they're fishing noon to 5 on Sundays. So George is, I think, 8 to 2 or something like that. But get a hold of George if you want to fish the Muskingum River, and get a hold of Chris Dyer or Eddie Fry or one of them guys down there. They're running that tournament out of Gallipolis. So reach out and get a hold of them. And see here, Trish said, Dale and Wendy are amazing. Love the rods they sent me. Working on getting them in a production and on the website as soon as we finalize things with them. Just wanted to create opportunities for Christmas. Yeah, Trish. So you're going to actually have the rods on your Fish Her site. She's going to have Fish Sticks rods on Fish Her sites that you can order and buy too. So that's going to be really nice. And she's got some really neat collars, the ones that she's giving away. John Welch said 9 to 3. I think this week they're going out of Gazeport, above McConnelsville. So, but just reach out to my George Carr, and he'll let you know. And guys, I think that's it. I hope everybody has a good Turkey Day, and have fun. I think if I may go fishing on Thanksgiving. I usually do that if it's halfway decent. I might just go out to Fox Lake and see if I can't get a line wet on Thanksgiving. I always like doing the Thanksgiving. So, but okay, guys, I appreciate it, and I'm working on another guest for next Monday night. Hopefully, I'll figure this out eventually. I guess they say practice makes perfect, so we'll keep working on it, and I will see you guys next Monday night. Thanks, guys.